California preparing to roll out a new law that will ban businesses from charging junk fees. Restaurant owners warn that could cause menu prices just skyrocket. They've been relying on those junk fees to pay employee benefits. Now that money has to come from somewhere else. Bar rescue guy Jon Taffer, welcome back to the show, John. Always good to see you. Would you please,
good to see you, sir.
Would you please explain what junk fees are and how they will raise menu prices?
Well, you know, a lot of restaurants have said, I don't want to raise menu prices. I'm going to add some surcharges, if you will, to doing business with us. I'm going to put a $2 surcharge on every item to cover my increased energy or food cost. I'm going to put a $1 surcharge on there to cover my increased employee medical insurance costs. And they're taking that approach. It's almost like the airlines do it with all the little charges that they're adding, you know, to fly on a plane today, aisle seat, window seat, baggage, et cetera. And we're nickel and diming people. And, you know, I don't believe that the state of California should be involved in the way that we go about doing our business. This is a consumer choice. The consumer is going to see the check when it's over, Stuart. The consumer is going to see these charges listed on the check, and they'll speak with their wallet. Either they'll come back or they won't. For Taffer's Tavern, we chose not to go with surcharges. We just dropped it onto the menu charges. But, you know, Stuart, the consumer is starting, dare I say, to get used to the $30 hamburger. You know, the increased prices that we've experienced. I mean, Stuart, you've seen it out there. Prices are incredibly high now. A hamburger in some markets costs what a steak used to cost. Consumers are starting to get used to this. And we saw it with gas prices. They went up a lot. Everybody complained, then they stopped complaining. And we've seen this our whole lives. People get used to the adjusted prices at some point. I don't believe in the surcharges. Let's be honest with people. Let's charge them what we need to charge them. And the consumer needs to understand the restaurant business is simple. A third of our revenue goes to food and beverage cost. A third of our revenue goes to labor cost. 10 to 15% of our revenue goes to other administrative and other costs, insurance and things like that. We don't have a lot of margin to play with. So we have to acquire these additional revenues someplace to cover these costs. Well, let's do it honestly. Let's just do it through the menu.
You got it. John, this is very much an artificial intelligence day on the stock market and for the economy as well. NVIDIA just blowing them all away. My question is, what does artificial intelligence do for your restaurant chain? How are you using it?
Well, you know, it's interesting, Stuart. As a happy NVIDIA shareholder, I could say that, you know, we find that right now, the place for AI in the restaurant industry still tends to be in the back of the house. The analytics are fantastic. It'll analyze customer traffic, menu mix data, purchasing data. It'll identify labor cost fluctuations, revenue fluctuations. It can detail our reporting systems to a level where it's really diagnosing problems and almost giving us solutions to those problems. We're going to see in the next 2 years how AI moves to the front of the house. For example, on tablet ordering. Now it's going to interact with you in a more conversational way. You know, would you like some cheese? What kind of cheese would? And it's not going to be the static windows popping up. It's going to become more conversational. And dare I say, tablets are going to start to have personality, Stuart.
Oh, my Lord.